be the biggest weakness in my eyes.
Good answer. Mango Slug says, what will Lance's stats be if he starts this season?
I don't think you're going to see him throw a lot. I think it's still going to be, kind of throwing maybe between 20 to 25 times a game, probably around 60% completion. Probably have like 20 touchdowns, 20 touchdowns, five interceptions, something around there. I don't expect him to have like Patrick Mahomes numbers because I expect them to be running. I think he'll have a lot of rushing yards as a quarterback.
He'll probably have like 2,500 passing yards, 2,500 passing yards, maybe 300 attempts. That's it. But yeah, 20 touchdowns, maybe 5 picks, and then rushing, he should have some serious numbers. If he's the starter all season, I mean, he could run for 700 yards, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns. Why would you not let him run 7-8 times a game? He's going to average 6 yards a carry. Watch.
Yeah, and that's just probably scripted runs. Obviously, just from scrambling, he's going to get a bunch of yards too. So
I feel like every pass for him that's early on is going to be a run pass option. Like a lot of stuff where he's booting out, and if the throw isn't there, run. He's always going to have the option to run because that's a really good option. It's a fabulous option. He's going to run for a whole lot of yards.
And I mean, this is going to be the most talented team that Shanahan has been able to devise an offense for. And what I mean by that, obviously Atlanta Falcons had, probably better receivers, but as far as a quarterback that can move and throw on the run, obviously that's going to bring in a whole dynamic that Kyle Shanahan hasn't been able to utilize in, quite some years. So
and we're saying this guy could have like 30 touchdowns combined, air and ground. So that would put him in the rookie of the year conversation if we're not being too ambitious. One more comment real quick. Andrew says, what does this draft really say about Kyle's ego?
I mean, I've always been a big proponent of Kyle and that his ego is something that is a false narrative. I've seen over the last, 5 drafts or ever since 2017 that each year they've gotten better and better at drafting. And I think that, this draft is a culmination of just the growth of the team. Now, we're not picking necessarily because we have these dire holes. We're picking solid players with, strong backgrounds that fit our system that are going to come in and be contributors in day one. And I think once you've gotten to that level as a team, that's an extremely great place to be. And, I'm excited about it. I'm really happy with what the team has done this whole offseason, to be honest.
Sounds good. All right, let's move on. Final topic. And then I got to address some roster moves the Niners made. Rookie, we're most excited to see. Which rookie are you most excited to watch this season?
I mean, obviously Trey Lance is going to be the pick, so I'm going to say other than Trey Lance, Ambry.
I was going to say the same thing, man.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I like him. I think he has that swagger that is different. I mean, he's a cornerback that is a ball disruptor. He's a playmaker. It seems like he enjoys man-on-man, bump and run, like all that kind of stuff. It seems like he's a ball hawk. And I think that's really fun to watch because, outside of, Richard Sherman, we really haven't had, Verrett, I think, can be that as well. But this is a guy who, can get up there, goes after the ball, wants to get, interceptions and stuff like that. I think that's going to be fun to watch. And I'd love to see him like him and Verrett on either side. I think could be a really, really solid cornerback group.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like he has major potential. He's 6 feet tall. He runs a 4.3. He intercepted passes. He returns kicks. He seems like he's a really good. They use him on offense. He seems like he's a really good athlete, and he's the only player the Niners drafted other than Trey Lance who plays a premium position, cornerback. If he's good, he's like the second most important pick in this draft. He's more important than Aaron Banks. He's more important than Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon's great, but a corner who can live up to the athletic profile this guy has would be huge. And they wouldn't have to draft a corner. Next year, he'd be a replacement for Jason Verrett. We'll find out. I mean, corners is something you can see pretty quick. If he can cover Brandon Ayuk man-to-man in practice, things are going to look good for him. I'm really eager to see what he looks like.
And he likes to tackle. And I think when our defense is at our best, our cornerbacks are, getting up there and tackling, the outside, the screens and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be exciting to watch.
It's always fun to watch running backs do their thing, and it's fun to appreciate offensive linemen if you can get the coach's tape and get the end zone angle and put it in slow motion. But corners are so important. That's my favorite position. The Niners never draft them early. They took this guy with the 102nd pick, which is too late really to get a good one, but he's got a chance. He's got a chance. So I'm eager to see what he's got. CJ Crucial says Hufanga at linebacker could be safer and better for him since most of his highlights are in the box anyway. Yeah, but he's 200 pounds, man. That'd be a light linebacker. But maybe puts on a little weight, and I don't know. It seems to play if you're gonna play safety on the Niners, you have to be able to play. You have to be able to play single high. Tart does it all the time because freaking Ward is down in the slot covering man to man. So if Hufanga doesn't have that kind of speed, he might have to be like. That's the reason they don't play Harris as safety anymore. He can't do that stuff.
And I'm a little worried about his injury history because if he was getting injured with college collisions, the same way, I think he just knows how to play one way, which is exciting to watch. But in the NFL, I just see him as somebody who's often injured.